सर्ववेदांत सिद्धांते गोचरं तमगोचरम् गोविन्दं परमानन्दम् सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। Okay, read the verses. Verse number 494, please. Narayanoham narakantakoham purantakoham purushohamishah अखण्डबोधोऽहमशेष साक्षी निरीश्वरोऽहं निरहं च निर्मम सर्वेषु भूतेष्वहमेव संस्थितः ज्ञानात्मनान्तर्बहिराश्रयः सन् भोक्तां च भोग्यं स्वयमेव सर्वम् यद्यत् पृथग्मृष्टमिदं तया पुरा सर्वेषु भूतेष्वहमेव संस्थितः ज्ञानात्मनान्तर्बहिराश्रयः सन् भोक्ता च भोग्यं स्वयमेव सर्वम् यद्यत् पृथग्दृष्टमिदं तया पुरा। So now we are seeing the expression of the student, the celebration of his vision, and when the teacher has finished the teaching, now the student in so many words declares, announces his understanding. Now this is where you must see as to how exactly this knowledge, when you appreciate, it comes to manifest in your life. Because in one direction, in one sense, he says, now what? Narayanoham narakantakoham. I am the Narayana, the supreme goal of all the mankind. That is, where whatever every person searches for in life, that indeed is myself. That means he has found the ultimate destination, being with himself. Purushoham, I am the full and complete. God is here. I am the God. When you say I am the God, listen carefully. Ishwaroham, Ishwara here is its sasane, which controls, governs everything. So here for an individual, it is totally under control of his own mind, body, creation. Yet at the same time, when you say controlling, listen carefully please, it's not that the wise man completely controls his body, then he can control the death. That doesn't happen. When you say completely control the body, means it is like controlling the car. The car has the capacity, you know how to drive, but by chance car sometimes goes out of control. it will be really out of control, just like physical body. Physical body can pass away. In spite of your best attempt. Not only your own physical body, but also in the world outside, anything can go wrong. Certain things can happen exactly to your expectation. That time you feel very comfortable, harmonious, balanced, very contented. But certain things will go crazy, which is not up to your expectation and not conducive. Nobody interests, nobody wants or desires that type of thing to happen, but can happen. Like an incident I'll give you. Today, this morning, before I come to this class, morning I went for my walk. Came back at exactly 5:45 as usual. 5:45, my phone was going red. Why? Because too many calls missing. I said, early morning, why somebody calls? Oh, must be something going wrong. Because so many calls. So, simply opened it. And I opened it, yes. We have an orphanage in the Kalahandi, that is the very poor district, Orissa. A lot of drought, and that is the one which is infamous for children, people in famine selling their children, that type of thing. In that orphanage, one child died. Okay, so when you say one child died, now how do you feel now? How does he die? Because of the rain, and there is this like diarrhea. So hundreds of people are in the hospital. But luckily all our children are very healthy, everything. Only 2-3 were there and they were taking care, best care. Even the child was all right last night. Morning, got up, ate the food also, suddenly falls. Now what do you do in a situation like that? Because please understand, in this type of situation, it can be an orphanage, your child, your own body. It can happen because you may be deathless, but body is dying. That is why you cannot be too much, making a poetry out of this knowledge. You are immortal, no doubt about it. You are immortal, but your physical body is mortal. It has to be maintained. You may be all happiness, bliss, but other person can create a problem for you. Now suppose this child is passing. Now what do? You say, because it is far away from everything. Locally, when they asked for just see the human situation. Locally, when you are asking for a car, a taxi to bring the child home, no taxi. Why? Because they cannot carry one dead body in the thing. By chance they do that, next time nobody will use that taxi. That is the superstition in that area. And there are no taxis. Only 2-3. Okay, you have to take that body, suppose 200 kilometers. So you don't know how to take now. So you have to phone up so many people. Who has, in that whole area there is nobody. Who has got a even we don't know so many people, not many have private cars. Nobody has a car. What do you do? Oh, ambulance only carries the dead body. Where is the ambulance? In a district hospital, there will be only one ambulance to carry the dying, not the dead. Dead can be disposed of just like that. What do you do? Ordinarily, suppose you are not that conscious. Because we are so conscious, we are worried what the parents will think, what will anybody think. But ordinarily, what will happen there is dead, buried, finished. Story is forgotten. But if you are sensitive, what the parents will be feeling, what other people will think, what legal aspects are there, you think all these things, then you have to get a car. Now, where is no car? Okay, phone up to Daringba. Say another 200 kilometers. Some car has to come, bring their parents, bring here. 7 hours it will take. As long as the child is there, now other children are crying, naturally. So what do? Make them to sing song, bhajan, prayer, grieve the situation, so that the person becomes settled. So far breakfast has not been given. Now they are giving the breakfast also. What I am telling is, when situation like this comes up, that is the time you must see that is the test of knowledge. Just like only when there is a pit hole comes or a road break comes up, your brake is tested. Until that your brake is not tested, whether the car is moving smoothly or not smoothly. How do you know? Only when there is an obstacle, then you test your brake. Suppose the brake doesn't apply, then boom, you meet with an accident. Same thing also, this knowledge. Only in human situations, you can really see the strength of this knowledge. That is why living in isolation is not the wisdom. The person who is living in isolation, he has never faced any situation. That person says everything is fine. Why? Because in the absence of nothing going wrong, because the person is living alone under a tree. That is not the point. The point is, you are living with your mind, living with your body, living with everybody, hundreds of situations taking place, so many human situations, different types of emotions continuously you are facing. Then only you can say, Ishwaroham, I am the one who is under full control. Sitting down under a tree, I am full control of what? The car is on the move. Are you getting that? The car is on the move. 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers speed it is going. But doesn't touch another car. Bumper to bumper traffic, but doesn't touch somebody's car. Then you are an ace driver. If you are alone in the highway, what type of ace driver you are? Understand? So human situation, very important, is how do you deal with that? This is where I was telling the brahmachari who is there, very nicely handling, and I am continuously on the line, talking to the person, what is going on, or coordinate this, that, fix it up. Then you come to the class. What shall you say? Narayanoham, Narakantakoham. But in one side of the brain, that is also organized. 2 hours, cut it off. Why? Chalta hai. We have told this is organized. Okay, come back and do things. So this is how situation will be. Now what is happening in my head, you shall never know. Ask yourself, do you get overwhelmed by personal situations? As a result, your mind is not available for listening. Suppose I am so much, this is a situation which demands attention. In one side, one ashram is fully flooded by water. The water has gone into the level where children are, all the people are literally like an island and they are stranded. Okay, they have got rice, everything there. But water is not there, drinking water, they have to purchase it every time and bring it. Okay, you can afford, there is one place. In another place, this is happening. In another place, no vehicle, no nothing. Another place, some sort of a communal riot or communal problem. With all these things inside, can you maintain your sanity? That is why imagine, this is a small situation, small human situation. That is why imagine a politician, a government, a president, a prime minister, a governor, managing director. What enormous responsibility they take. So simply sitting down like that and Hari Hari, Ram Ram, singing and say, oh, life is wonderful. What is your responsibility level? Are you getting that point, please? A car which is taking 200 tons, a vehicle, a car, a truck, which is a heavy duty truck, takes 100 ton, maybe the goods, and then the person is keeping it under control. That is some driver. Is not that some light vehicle, 100, going in auto rickshaw or in a scooter. Oh, I am the top class driver in the world. Must be. Who says not? Enormous responsibility. This is where comes the beauty. That is why you ask question for yourself. Can you handle situation? Because if one little single thought, what is that you are bothering? What the person is getting affected? Somebody did not give me a piece of bread, or he did not look at me, he did not greet me, That is such a problem. There is a flood, thousands of people are affected. There's an earthquake, millions of people are affected. There is a political upheaval, communal trouble, thousands of people are affected. Some macro problems, but average individual, micro problem is macro. A micro problem is like what they call a til, you know? Til seed, sesame seed. There's a making mountain out of molehill, they call, no? That is what. It's like a tiny seed of a problem, and for you to appear as, he did not look at me. He didn't talk to me. He told me that you will give me one chocolate, but he never gave it to me. And that's a problem for life. He offered me a diamond and never gave me, The whole family, the whole world collapses. Why? Did not ring me up. He promised me he'll ring up at 2 o'clock, did not ring up. Finish. The relationship goes. Imagine life goes. The person doesn't bother. You understand how selfish people could become? The life goes. Not life goes. Lives go. A tsunami comes. 300,000 people are wiped out. There's a battle. See, sweet. Cute, he's a cutie, small one. He's a small one. Oh. Hey. Oh, so sweet. Learning. See, that is what he's not learning, Baby is not learning. So that is where he has to be very, very careful. Because he is coming to this place, no problem. Somebody catch. Why? Finish. Rat, cat, anything can, anyway. Mahadeva. It's a situation like that, human situation also, we are like that, helplessly running about. So much of problem comes in life. Then when you discover, wow, what a relief. After all, nobody can touch me. When you find that comfort, that wisdom you discover within yourself, then the relief is like after the longest search in the desert for water, you come across the oasis. After a long travel in the mountains, suddenly you come across freshwater lake with an orchard by the side also thrown in. How do you feel? Whoa, boy. Thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. How many times you say? That is why I say, Dhanyoham, Krutakrutyoham. I'm so blessed, Bhavad Anugrahat. Only by your grace, O teacher, because you helped me to understand, that reality. And what do I feel? Ishu Narayanovam, all that we saw. And then, the next verse, he says that, Sarveshu bhuteshu ahameva sanstita. Sarveshu bhuteshu, in all the beings I alone am existing. See, please understand, there is a situation. You can be a family person. Even if there is a husband, wife, your own child, there are 3 different people. Each one has his own dreams and nightmares. Each one has his own likes and dislikes. 3 people are held together, 4 or 5 people are held together by some common interest, common bondage, father, mother, same. But each person has his own weaknesses, own strength. And once the person sees it for himself and accepts his limitation, he can accept everybody's limitation also. You will appreciate their strength, also appreciate their weakness. Now you can stay like that. Or you can extend your family to what? whole world. You are the head of an institution, 100 people are under your control. Head of a university, 10,000 students are there under control. Head of a country, millions of people. Head of the world, extension of family. But in all these extensions, please appreciate, in all these extensions, the basic is, do you know yourself? Are you getting that point? You understand what I am talking? When you know the driving, please think, when you know driving, don't say, it's very, very difficult to drive in the, what is that? Metropolis. In a big city, it's very, very difficult to drive. Then, if you are a driver, listen carefully, if you are a driver, you start with the village road, single lane. Then slowly, when you are a master, when you are picking up, driving is same. Now your area of negotiation has increased. Previously it was a small village, small streets in a small town. Now you are gone to a little bigger. Now you have gone to the motorways. Now you are gone into getting into big cities. And also you are handling it. So now the driver is same. Whether you have to drive in a small road or you are to drive in the motorways, is there driving principle is different? Driving principle is same. But you slowly get used to small road, bigger road, biggest road, most crowded metropolis. Exactly same way also. Only when you are happy with yourself, only when you can handle your body, your mind, your emotion, you can extend to another man or woman. That is a village road. Yours is a village road. Because it's single lane traffic. Are you getting that? Single lane traffic. You can make mistakes. Nothing will happen. Suppose you are alone. If you eat, is it wrong or right? If you don't eat, wrong or right? If you dress up, well, right or wrong? If you don't dress up also, right or wrong? It makes no difference. What dress you put on, what food you eat, what type of furniture inside, you are alone. Does it make any difference? It is a driving in the rural highway. You are alone. The moment you go to bigger one, you have to be worried. Other fellows are coming, So the moment you marry or interact with another person, now your driving has to extend. Are you getting that? From your one single lane highway, now there is a double lane. The other person has come, the man or woman has come. The trouble is, so from there too, then son, daughter, those things comes up. Or father, mother, husband, extension. Then maybe go into the bigger relationship, workplace. All these things. If you know how to drive in here, in one lane, in yourself, you can know the second one, the third lane, fourth lane. You go into the metropolis, makes no difference, bigger relationship. But the person doesn't know how to handle himself, but suddenly finds himself in a metropolis. What do? Are you getting that whole imagery? The person doesn't know how to handle his mind, but he is suddenly finding himself in a group of people, in a school, in a hospital, in a college, in an office, in a country, parliament. But the person doesn't know how to handle himself. Just see the enormity of responsibility. The basic is, you must know driving. You must know driving. Can you handle your mind and body? Yes. Extend. People want to be the head of many things, but they don't know anything about themselves. The person wants to be straight away on the highway, doesn't know simple principles of driving. What will happen? Accident. That is why personality clash takes place. The person doesn't know, nobody knows. Each one thinks, my way is the right way. Imagine in a traffic where everybody has the priority. What do? Like Indian traffic. Simultaneously, 5 cars will be going in the one car. In one lane, you create 5 lanes. How does the traffic go? Why? Because everybody wants to be in the front. Imagine in life also. Husband wants to be like that, woman wants to, wife is like that, son is like that, daughter is like that, other people. Please see the basic principle. Do you know driving? Can you negotiate in a rural, simple, one-lane road? Because that also needs driving. Because a one-lane road, don't say I don't need driving. You need to drive. And the same principle you have to extend to two-lane highway, three-lane highway, four-lane highway, multiple lanes, countries, continents. Do you know yourself? Do you know how to handle your own thought, emotions? No. Don't try to play games. You will spoil your life, you will spoil other people's lives. That is why people pretend. You understand? In the early stages of relationship, why there is so much of pretentiousness? Meaning, I am not a problem. You go on projecting yourself. Are you getting that? Go on projecting yourself as a hypocritical, most diabolic, mischievously, pretentiously innocent. As though I will not cause any problem for you. If I am with you, the boy will what? Anything you say, your wish is my command. The girl also will promise, your wish is my command. Oh boy, the people go out of the way to please each other. Pretentious behavior. Why? Because if you, in the beginning itself, if you can cause inconvenience, will the relationship begin? Just see. Please see that. In the beginning itself, if you cause inconvenience, will the relationship begin? First day you come as a student and then you say, oh, there is only idli this for breakfast. I take only 5 different varieties food to eat. Now the moment somebody says like that, what do you say? Thank you. I mean, I don't think there is any place here in this place. All ashrams is full. There some group is coming tomorrow, so there is no spot. Please go. Why? Why do you do that? Because if the fellow is a first day person is like such a nuisance, it better to be out of him, boy. But what the smart ones will do, they will ingratiate. They will try to impress you. Oh, anything is fine. Everything is fine. How many days? 10 days, 1 month, 2 months. Then suddenly, one day, you are the biggest nuisance, difficult to get in. That is why ordinary people are very, very sweet in the beginning of the relationship. When you are falling in love, are you getting that? When you are starting the love affair, you are wooing a person. That is the time everybody at his best. Why? That I am not a problem for you. So, the car is not available. Oh, we'll walk. Appa. Then what will you say? My God, this boy or this girl is very, very adjusting, See, there is no car, no walk. Huh? See, there is no food. Oh, so what? We can have some coffee and stay. Coffee is not there, water will do. Very, very adjusting, Then you marry. And it's such a jewel. You marry. After marriage. Why is it that these things are not there? Only these things is only there. What type of food is this? What type of car is this? What type of house is this? What do you say? Oh boy, I made a mistake. Your repentance begins. Why? Because the person comes up with his true color. Are you getting that? Initially, you are pretending to be nice. And that is what is the most dangerous. No. Instead of pretending to be nice, you better learn to drive. Be yourself. Because pretentiousness goes away after some time. That is why your language of kindness, very polite language, very sweetness, it all disappears in time. Because the true face comes up. The mood comes up, anger comes up, hatred comes up, jealousy comes up. Then the person gets a alarm bell. Oh my God, this is how the guy is. This is how the girl is. Or this is how the man is. This is how the employer is, employee is. So when that alarm bell rings in your head, then you become a little careful. Then you look for a change. Understand? All this because you are a pretentious person. So most important thing is, instead of looking for other people driving well or not, you start thinking for yourself, this is what I am. And in the beginning stages, please understand, why the human relationship collapse? It's all because of lack of this knowledge. Do you know why? Even if in the beginning stages, when you are desperate, even if the other fellow is a crook, even if that girl is stupid or the boy is stupid, you go out of the way to adjust. Why? Because you want that man. You go out of the way to adjust because you want that woman. Hoping against hope. Oh, this boy will be wonderful, this man will be nice, or this girl will be nice. You saw the person is not good. Why should you be with him? Or be with her? But then, desperation, you see? So you compromise. Then you think you'll be all right. Or you think, I hope, and one day I can handle so many people, I'll handle this one also. Suddenly it becomes handful. You don't know. Because you discover the fellow is very stubborn. What do? That is where don't try to change people. When you get the hint, you see for yourself, am I capable? Can I handle my emotions? Can I handle my reactions? Because that the other person is in a particular way, that is the way he or she is. My reactions are becoming heavy. Why am I reacting? Can I take my reactions? You see for yourself. This is learning driving in a single lane. Are you getting that point? Please. Unless you learn it, you cannot relate to the second person. Forget the 200. That is why a greater responsibility comes up. You can be a king. You can run a kingdom. You can rule a country. But suppose you are confused, you shall rule a country, but everybody shall be paying price for it. Where the person has absolutely no vision, nothing. It becomes a massive ego. Because previously, egoistically, as an individual, please see where is the danger. You are angry, but you roll over it. In a sense, you don't care. You are angry, so what? You rule it. And somehow, you push yourself everywhere in life. Suppose you become a leader of a country or a state or a country. Now you have taken country's ego. I am the president. And now you have the power. You become a despot. Whatever I say must run. Because power also comes with it. The person is not prepared to listen to anybody. Previously your ego was with one body. Now the ego is with a country. Are you getting that? You are no more just inside one body. You are inside a country. An organization. Massive identity. Very egotistical personalities. Imagine few such leaders, they successfully destroy the world. Not only politically, religious leaders also. And imagine a religion which doesn't even talk about it. Suppose there are religious, that is why cults. So many cults. Cults means what? The cult leader is the supremely egotistical personality. I am the rule. Like that Louis XIV, I am the country. I am the rule. I am the God. Oh, yo. And thereafter everybody must listen to it. So everybody must sacrifice their lives, as I say. Supremely egotistical. How dangerous it is. You understand? Please. Don't have to worry about anybody. Just look at yourself. You want to drive in the metropolis? Start in your village on a by-lane, a small lane with your bike or your car. Once you know the way to drive a car, once you know the driving, thereafter doesn't matter, is it this way, small road, big country, like swimming. You swim in a pool. A little water you learn to swimming. Once you float, and you float really well, it doesn't matter 4 feet water underneath or 4,000 feet underneath, 400,000 feet underneath, because you are floating. If you can float, does it matter how many foot under your belly? 4 feet? 400 feet? 4,000 feet? 400,000 feet? 4 million feet? 4 million mile feet? Oh, so what? Because I am floating. Once you know the driving, which road? Any road. Which car? Any car. I know the principle. When you are happy with yourself, which role you can play? No. Once a recluse, always a recluse. You can choose to be recluse also, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Once a recluse, you can always be recluse. But don't try to show off. Respect the people who can maintain their sanity in spite of engagement, not without engagement. That is why a householder is respected in this tradition. A man who gets married, a woman who gets married, raising children, they are the real blessing. That's why Grihastha lies in between the brahmachari and the sannyas. The householder is in between the brahmachari and the... Why? Blessing to both. It's a blessing to a brahmachari, blessing to a sannyasi. But the sannyasi, especially idiots, in their infinity stupidity, not wisdom, they will say, oh, Grihasthas will never understand the truth. This Grihastha should stop giving him food. Then only he shall know what it means to be a Grihastha. Somebody who takes responsibility. One who takes an understanding. Man who takes a responsibility. It's a huge thing. Doing nothing but commenting on other people's activity is a stupid man's job. Can you do? Can you be there? Fence sitters are the best advisors. The guys who are sitting on the fence, best advisors. Why? They can tilt whichever is convenient. If it worked out, oh, I was with them. Didn't work out, oh, I told them. Did you take any decision? No. Dangerous people. Understand. Commitment. Activity. Responsibility. You're being alive, listen carefully, you're being alive, you must ask a question. How does it matter to everybody else? For you being alive, other people are contributing. Understand? Nobody lives alone. For us to be sitting down here and talking, you know what's going on? Look at these people in the back. On the tractor, people are taking mud. Why? They'll put it there. Why? We are asking somebody to plant some vegetable. Who is going to eat? The people who are talking and listening, right? So our talk, how does it matter to him? Are you getting that point? I eat the paddy that they have planted. That is why you should be somebody. Can you create a place where he can plant a paddy? Can you create a place where he can plant vegetable? Where in the process, he also lives, I also live. He doesn't share my wisdom. Understand? But I can help him to be alive. Bas. as much he helps me to be alive. But suppose you educate him and give him this knowledge, oh, nothing like it. You take care from the living to immortality itself. But the person doesn't do that. As many times I've told you, as a brahmachari, as a contemplative person, a huge responsibility to look at yourself. Look at the person who is working in the field 4 hours, 5 hours, continuously they are working. Yesterday I went there, they're putting the paddy, you must have seen now. They planted the paddy, the ladies came there. I went there at 2 o'clock. After the food, somebody was there and I went there to there. I saw, and they were just coming out at 2 o'clock. Then I said, oh, work is over, huh? Finished or you will break in lunch break? He said, lunch break. I said, okay. You could have taken food here. He said, no. We have taken the money, so we are not taking food here. I said, okay, doesn't matter. Then suddenly one person said, why go and then come? Let's finish it another 1 or 2 hours. We'll go home at 4 o'clock and eat. So I asked somebody, I said, come here, some things were in my room. I said, take this, like a snack. I give it to them. But that's nothing. The snack is nothing. How much long they worked? 10 to 4. 6 hours they worked continuously. Can you 6 hours meditate continuously? You see that point? The person can 4 hours sit down there. Can you sit down? Can you do the cultivation? Understand? He is cultivating the land there. Can you cultivate on your pen and paper? Your paper is your land, pen is your plow. Can you plow on the paper of a land for 4 hours to produce the best thing? No, I'm thinking. Why? I'm contemplating, What is your productivity? Nil. Sleeping. I'm not telling you a joke. When I was sitting down on that old house where I was staying in that area, those days, 25, 26 years back, 82, 83, the same Ganesha was there. Morning 4 o'clock they will be doing that. I said, 4 hours? Already 4 o'clock the fellow has been up. 7 o'clock they are finished their job. Of course, I was never lazy, but then I said, what am I doing? What am I cultivating? Okay, I'll also write. I started writing. How many books I have written there? Most of the books were written in this place, all stages. Why? Because just think. Why not 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours? A subject is coming, just writing. What else to do? Living for others. Understand? It's so very important. Please, knowing about yourself, and once you are in full control of your own mind, your thoughts, your emotions, then you expand. How much? As much as you like. You can do so because you can withdraw to yourself in a second's notice. Anytime you are with yourself. But activities are going on, responsibilities are there, continuing. Certain times, certain days will be very light, not much to do. Certain days will be very heavy. Like it or not, there will be heavy. Suppose you get a news, a child is born. Hey, child is born. One baby is born in my family. Oh, so sweet. They are happy, we are happy. My mother died. Can you say, she is happy, you are happy? Okay. Oh, that man met with an accident, died. Oh, yo. Another person says, Swamiji, now today is my daughter's marriage. Now you hear one person died in an accident. After 15 minutes you hear that daughter is getting married. Now what emotions you can play? That is where comes the knowledge. You can't tell the person whose daughter is married, you can't tell him that 10 minutes back somebody's son died in an accident, Should you tell that? No, that's he. That is where those days, you understand, 50 years, 100 years back when the communication was not very so fast and so almost like intrusive, where it was not pushing you, it's getting itself pushed into your life, People, wherever they are living, they were in a little world of their own. I didn't know about my neighbor didn't know about me. I didn't know about next village didn't know about me. Today morning, the moment you open the paper, flood in Orissa, earthquake in Venezuela, disaster in, yesterday in Pakistan. Just like they said, it's Pakistan's 9/11 because Hotel Marriott, boom, 46, Czech ambassador included, 46 people, 70, 60 people, 70 people are dead. The whole thing is a 40 feet by 25 feet crater it created. Imagine what type of bomb. One fellow goes in a truck and tells everybody, run in 2 minutes. And then goes, boom. What do you do? All these things you come to know about it. And your mind has to process this information. Previously people are little restful. Why? No information, nothing to process. Morning you get up. I remember my childhood. Morning you get up, do what? Nothing. Simply play. Run after somebody, a squirrel, or run after a monkey. In my village, when I was a child, electricity was not there. Until my 22nd year, there was no electricity. So 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock means evening. And then go to sleep. After 7 o'clock, sleep. 7 to 4, 5. 8, 9 hours, snore continuously. Then get up. Nobody to tell that is happening, oh, this is happening. Once in a while the flood may come, that also is forgotten. Taken on the stride. You don't know what is happening to the next village, only this village. This village is safe, we are safe. Today, nothing is happening here. There is no flood in Tiruvannamalai. Never there will be a flood, ever in the history of Tiruvannamalai. Where there is no river, no nothing. There is no earthquake. No communal tension, no nothing. But what is happening in your mind? Processing all these informations. Why? Ishvara. That is the lifestyle. Everything comes into your head. If you cannot handle your personal little emotions, imagine added to that hundreds of other informations. What will happen? Everybody goes nuts. Why everybody goes nuts? Because his personal 2-3 situations he can't handle. Now added to it, the worldly problems. America has gone to Iraq. Afghanistan bombs have blasted. Now Pakistanis are killing that one. In LTT has destroyed this one. In China this happened. In Japan this happened. In Australia that is happening. You can't process. Somebody has taken away my dhoti. Some fellow banged my door while walking. My chappal misplaced. And while sitting down in the kitchen, is giving him more and giving me less. To such a mind, you push national and international crisis. What happens? The fellow drowns, dead. That is why people in the village feel comfortable. Why? Nothing to know, nobody. Ask Ganeshan, what is his worry? Ask our Ganeshan, what is his worry? Kodachil, meaning the pain in this leg. That is the bulletin for everybody. Whomsoever he meets, Kodachil and the pain. And for everybody, 1 rupee. As though he gets everything from here. But he's an old man. So whomsoever he says, everybody also feels little compassionate. So he's also nice, happy. Because that is the only thing he has got. What is it? This is what. The other boy. Same thing, many people. Other problems don't have. Please. Your own little emotions you must learn to process. Your body. Without processing it, if you try to get yourself involved with something else, with a little pretentiousness, you will be in trouble. Without knowing yourself, if you take in the world with all its informations, your mind, again unprocessed, unassimilated thoughts will totally burden your mind. That is why be yourself. Purushonda. Okay? Sarvesu bhuteshu ahameva sansthitam. In all the beings, I alone exist. Jnanatmana antarvahirasrayashan. How do I exist? Jnanatmana, as the knowledge, pure consciousness. I am the one existing in all the beings. See that? Jnanatmana, as the knowledge, pure consciousness, I am existing in and through sarvesu bhutesh, in and through all the bodies. Antarvahissan, within, without, inside, outside, all pervasiveness. That is how I exist in and through everybody. Bhokta cha bhogyam swayameva sarvam. I am the bhokta, enjoyer. I am the bhogya, all that is enjoyed, just like in a dream. The dreamer and the dream is one and the same. Here, the seer and the seen. Consciousness, ultimate seer, and that is in and through everything that is seen. There is nothing other than it. Bhogyam, bhokta, drishyam, drashta, seer, seen, hearer, heard, everything that is there, all these divisions is nothing but the same pure consciousness, myself. Are you feeling it? As I told you, experience that, huh? All these consciously experience. This is nice smell. Oh, it's beautiful. Then, while experiencing this, remember that smelling is an experiencing. You are experiencing the smell. When the smell goes away, you are continuing to experience. But into that experience, an object has not yet come. Meaning, radar is there. In the range of radar, nothing has come. You are conscious. Consciousness is all pervasive. But you are experiencing through your body. Body has a range. Your sense organ has a range. Here, at a distance, the flower is, you can't smell. But the moment it comes within the range, oh, that means what? Experiencing was continuing. Experience of the flower started. Because the flower did not come, that does not mean experiencing disappeared. Are you getting that? Open your eyes, seeing continues. You are experiencing the sight. Now the flower is taken away. Sight goes away. Experiencing continues. Your being conscious always continues. As even your body is at once, it has a shape. Content is bodiless awareness. Everything in the same thing. Form and formless awareness. I am everywhere. Bhogyam cha bhokta swayameva sarvam. Yadyat prathak drushtam idam taya pura. Whatever pura or in before this knowledge, idam taya yad drushtam, whatever was visible as this, that and all these type of objectification, in fact everything is indeed myself. There is nothing other than me. I am the Purantaka, I am the all the cities of experiences. Purushoham, Purnoham, full and complete in and through everything. Read. Maya khanda sukham bodho bahudha vishwavichayah utpadyante viliyante maya maruta vibhramad maya khanda sukham bodho bahudha vishwavichayah utpadyante viliyante maya maruta vibhramad. So, mai akhanda sukham bodho, in me, akhanda sukha ambodhi. Sukha ambodhi, ambodhi ocean. Sukha ambodhi, ocean of bliss, ocean of joy. Akhanda indivisible. In me, the continuous, indivisible, all-pervasive ocean of bliss, Vishwa Vichayaha Bahudaha Utpadyante. The waves of universe rise and fall. Wow. What an imagery, eh? In me, the ocean of bliss, the consciousness, waves of universe. How many Milky Way galaxies? You saw that thing that day, no? As you go up, 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 are you carrying your consciousness? Body is only going up. Consciousness everywhere, already existing. That was the amazing thing. I hope you go to the office, maybe Ann should help you or somebody. Sit down there and look at it and feel it. I wish you can play it up in that big screen. Somehow we'll organize it. When you see that, because you should feel it as though you are going up. 10 feet, 100 feet, 1 kilometer, 1,000 kilometer above. What do you see? Million kilometer, light year. And it shows you the real picture of the universe, galaxies. You don't see this moon existing. Solar system, forget it. It's so real. Just like you are looking up. Do we ever know inside that galaxy there may be a star, there may be a planet, there may be life? We are still speculating. When you go there, suddenly you don't even see. There, from there you cannot imagine. Suppose you meet somebody there, fellow, and you say, I have come from there, there is a star, there is a... What are you talking? You know, of course you are the proof that that is existing, but the person cannot believe in this vast space with infinite stars, somewhere there is a breathing, throbbing life. Oh boy. So the waves of creation, understand, waves of universes appearing and disappearing in me, the ocean of consciousness. You understand the vastness that is talked about here? Such a vastness, macrocosmic dimension. Into that you should see there are certain religious cults, for them time scheme is only 55,000 years. No, I mean, ridiculous. Creation began some years back, you know. After talking this, you understand, seeing the vastness, even to, in the same breath to talk about these things is so ridiculous. In the ocean of consciousness, the waves of galaxies, Milky Ways, universes playing about. You know that Gitopadesha, Krishna in the chariot is Uttarya. This one is flying. It's a beautiful symbol. He is steady. When the Uttarya, this one is flying in his, there are too many universes playing about. Purusha Suktam. Atyatishthaddasangulam Purusha yevedagam sarvam. Purusha yevedagam sarvam. Purusha alone is in and through everything. But above that, dasangulam, meaning vast emptiness. Meaning you can't talk about vastness. Mind cannot comprehend it. That's why as you go, your mind is just wiped out. Can't comprehend. Utpadyante, viliyante, rising and falling, appearing, disappearing, maya maruta vibhramat, by these waves are created by what? The strong breeze of maya maruta, wind of ignorance. The strong breeze of ignorance creates massive waves of universe in the vast ocean of consciousness. That is myself. It's an amazing dimension, eh? In the vast ocean of consciousness, as though blown by the strong breeze of ignorance, maya, universes, if you can use that word, galaxies, rising and falling away. As much reality you can give to your body, that much reality you can give to the galaxy. Listen carefully. Can you get that statement? As much reality you can give to your body, that much reality you can give to your physical universe. Content of both is same bodiless awareness, all pervasive. Okay, having told this, now read the next one. Sthuladibhava maikalpita brahmad aropitanu sphuranena lokaihi kale yatha kalpakavascharayana rutvadayo nishkalanirvikalpe sthuladibhava maikalpita brahmad aropitano sphuranena lokaihi kale yatha kalpakavascharayana rutvadayo nishkalanirvikalpe. So sthuladi bhava mai kalpita. All the sthula bhava, the gross body, gross universe, the entire gross creation. Also sukshma. Sthula also includes sukshma. The thought, perceptions, everything in me, the pure consciousness, appearing, disappearing continuously. It's just like, if you look at this dimension of space, your Milky Ways, galaxy, the sense of up, down, right, left, east, west, south, north, completely disappears. Are you getting that? When you are traveling out into the vast lap of the universe, the whole macrocosmic universe, will you say, which is the left side, which is the east, where is the sun rising? Sun? Which sun? The sun rises from the east, From which standpoint? Earth. Where is the earth? The sun is not visible. The galaxy that holds the sun itself is not visible. You are asking me, tell me when the sun rises. I want to pray, I will see which sun rises, then only I pray. You are an intergalactic traveler. Just think, you are an intergalactic traveler, traveling in a massive spacecraft. And you are a very religious nuts also. In your personal belief, you are a nut. So what you say? I must look at the east and pray, or west and pray. Where is the sun rising? Which sun? You are in another galaxy. What is left, right? Left, right, can you forget? Left, right is always there because your body is there, no? But directions you will be. There is no direction. Kalpita. These are all imaginary. That is why to know this truth, your mind must be as expansive as the truth itself. Ask yourself, what is the type of mind you have got? Your mind, my world. What is your world? My house, my car, my pen, my book, my chapel, my friend, my world. Oh, how vast it is. So selfish you can be. You'll be so selfless, If that is your world, you understand? You'll be selfish. Suppose you extend that selfishness, you'll be much more selfish. Why? My country, mine is. When you lose yourself, who you are, and there is no your country, your house, your body, selflessness really begins. That is why in the expansion of your being, when the self, the limited self disappears, meaning your sense of limited being disappears, selfishness goes away. It's no more me or mine. Everything belongs to everybody. Ishwar. Understand? This is not to be talked. This is something you must learn to feel within yourself, see within yourself. Please appreciate. Understand? This is. So, utpadyanti vilya stula diva maikalpita aropita anuspuranena lokei. It is something aropita. It is only sort of appearing imposed upon me. When you say aropita, imposed, as though somebody is imposing on you. No. Appearances. It appears because of my not knowing about myself. I take these things which appears to be reality. But in reality is only one truth. Other things are only appearances. Look at the content. Please look at the content. If you say, please appreciate, if you say the creation is an appearance, nobody will understand. If you help the person to understand the reality, then appearance part of it is easily understood. Are you getting that? If you tell a person, understand that logic. If you say, this wave is an appearance. What? The wave is not real. The person who is seeing the wave, what shall he say? Are you nuts? Wave is not real. It's going up and down. Our boat is going up and down. And you say it's not real. Do you see the water? Yes. Where is water? In and through everything. Where is the water? In and through the waves. Wave is an appearance. Water is real. If you see the reality of the water, then only appearance of the wave is appreciated. But if you say wave is an appearance, it doesn't exist. That is the whole vision for an ignorant person. For an ignorant person, the whole thing is only the wave. And you say that wave doesn't exist. You are taking the wind out of his sail. That is why people don't believe these things. Because for them, perception is reality. Whatever they perceive, that is real. And you say, what you see is not real. That means you are hitting at the bottom of the root of their perception. So how can he accept it? No. Help him to discover himself. When he sees the reality, appearances are self-evident. I know I am existing, I am consciousness. Thoughts come and go. True, the thoughts are appearances. What is the language I told you? Caller ID. All the thoughts are caller ID. Comes up and goes. In myself, I am the truth, the awareness. So only if you see very clearly, understand, only if you see clearly who you are, appearances are very easily understood. Remember, experiencing your being, experiencing one and the word. Your being is not experienced. Your being is experiencing, both one and the same. But experiencing a flower comes and goes. Eyes come and goes. Appearances. Who you are, always the same. Kale yatha kalpakavascharayana rutvadayo niskala nirvikalpe. It gives a beautiful example, amazing example. Yatha, as even kale. Kale means in time. In time, what? Kalpa, vaschara. Kalpaka means like your 4 yugas. Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga, like that. 4 make it a kalpa. The time scheme, if you see in this tradition, you will be wiped out. It's not how many years back this was created? 2000 years back? 3000 years back? Kali Yuga is only 4,32,000 years. Just see the time that is given. One day you tell me, I will find out that connection and give it to you. Kali Yuga is 4,32,000. Dwapara is 864,000. Treta is 12,96,000. Satya is 17,28,000. Put together 43,20,000. Now, if you make it, that is one kalpa. 43 lakhs means 4.3 million is one kalpa. 100 such kalpa, suppose is there is something like a Mahakalpa, then a Manvantara, 100 such is like a Manvantara. So 100 Manus into 100, 4 million into 100, one Manvantara. It's just, I know exact words I'll give you later on, just see Manvantara something. Then 100 of that makes it 1 day of Brahma. That long is the night. Like that he lives for 100 years. 100 to 365. And such Brahma, hundreds of them go away when Vishnu winks. Vishnu means who? All pervasiveness. Vyapakatvad Vishnu, all pervasive. By the time he winks, millions of earth cycles are over. Thousands of universes appear and disappear. He winking. You understand the concept? Carl Sagan, the scientist who wrote Cosmos, he wrote the time concept that the Hindu mind has talked about is astounding. Nowhere else is available. But as usual, the Western prejudice, he has written by accident. Because nothing can happen here. Everything must be west of Greece. Anything east of Greece is not right. That is the idea for them. I read that book long back, 20 years back, when he wrote that Cosmos. As a series, it came in Science also. It was a good series. Very good book, Cosmos. I had that book. I don't know, where are my books? So many books I have picked up. Anyway, must be there. In Cosmos, that is beautiful book. So he says, no other civilization has such a time concept. See, Vishnu, by the time he winks, thousands of Brahma has gone. Billions of earth cycles are over. Just think. You have seen, take a long rope. Imagine, there is a cow here. And there are, let's say, 10 million cows. They are going around harvesting the paddy. By the time the last one goes a little, this fellow would have gone 10 times, no? So, the same speed everybody is going, imagine, how much will happen? By the time the distance he covers, not tethered to each other, but they are together. What will happen? It is going like this, just like your clock, no? By the time the watch hand moves a little, the minute hand has gone so much. Second hand, forget it. Microsecond, ho. Nanosecond, billionth, suppose you make it billionth power, oh, God knows with what speed it has gone. And by the time the weak hand goes, ear hand goes, suppose in a watch you have got a weak hand. This is what he says. Kale, in time, kalpa samvatsara. Samvatsara means year. Ayana, thus Uttarayana Dakshayana, 6 months. Rutuvadaya. Rutuvadaya means seasons. Winter, spring, rain, all these. Then day and night. These are all kalpana. These are all imagination in the body of time. The time, in the timeless expanse of time, you have named it second, minute, hour, day, night, week, month, year, all these divisions you have made. In reality, there is a timeless content. So beautiful to appreciate. You cannot measure space. You can only measure division of space, right or wrong? Can you measure the space? You can only measure the division of space. You can measure the division of space, or whatever you are measuring is the division of space. You understand the subtlety of the statement. You cannot measure the division of space because space is undivided. If you measure, you apparently divide. Measure, because I am going to measure what? This point to this point. So you create 2 points and you start measuring. That is not the mistake of the space. Choice is yours. So Ajivin, same also in the whole creation. All the gross, subtle, causal perceptions, impressions, sensations are nothing but appearances and disappearances. Aropitam nasrayadushakam bhaved kadapi mudhairati doshadushitaihi Nardri karotyu sharabhumi bhagam Marichikavari mahapravaha Aropitam nasrayadushakam bhaved Kadapi mudhairati doshadushitaihi Nardri karotyu sharabhumi bhagam Marichikavari mahapravaha. It's beautiful. All these appearances never ever affect the reality. As even the waves, the appearance of the waves no way affect the water. Waves are rising and falling. The water is steady in and through the rise and the fall. Just see. When you sculpt out on a stone and a lion, you sculpt out a beautiful sculpture here in the wood. Now what has happened? In and through the curved elephant tusk, the wood is steady. The wood is not curving. In a sense, wood is wood. You are giving it a shape. Water gets a shape, but water is water. Water doesn't lose itself. The stone gets a shape. Appearances do not affect the reality on which they are appearing. No appearance can be possible without the reality. You cannot have a pillar without the wood. There can be wood without pillar. There is no pillar without wood. There can be gold without ornament. There can never be an ornament without gold. Golden ornament I am talking. I say example is limited. Same way, this whole appearance of gross universe, subtle thoughts, emotions, everything, nowhere touches the reality. Why? Aropitam na asraya dushakam bhavet kadapi. Aropitam, whatever is imposed cannot be something which can stain the foundation on which it is appearing. Asraya dushakam na bhavet. Asraya, shelter. So that on which it is sheltered, like the rope appearing in a snake or a snake appearing in a rope. If you see a rope in a snake, the snake is not going to change to a rope. If you see a snake in a rope, the rope is not going to change to a snake. Appearance is no way affecting the thing. Just like you are a good man, but somebody is imposing all nonsensical qualities on you. Do you become useless? You are a real criminal, but everybody because they are afraid of you, therefore simply to be on the right side of your book, they say, oh, nobody is like him, the greatest, the most charitable, the most wonderful. Does it change the fact that you are a crook? Any type of imposition does not, understand, any type of imposition does not affect the reality. Same way, kadapi mudai atidosha dushitaihi. Mudaihi, mudha, deluded ones, atidosha dushitaihi, because of the ignorance, stained by the ignorance, corrupted by the ignorance, not knowing what they are, whatever the appearance takes place, that does not anyway touch the substratum, foundation, consciousness that you are. Like Nardri karotyu Usharabhumi Bhagam. Usharabhumi Bhagam, the sandy desert. Ushara, sand, Bhumi Bhagam, the land. The land full of sand, the sandy desert. Marichika Bahi Marupravahana Ardri Karoti. Marichika Bari Mahapravaha, Bari water. Marichika mirage. The water of mirage. And how it is it? Mahapravaha, a huge ocean of water. What a water? Mirage water appearing. Does it ever make the sand wet? Are you getting that? It's a huge appearance of a massive ocean of water flowing down in the desert. That's what you see. Mrugatrishna, the mirage water. It does not drench even a grain of sand. It's an ocean of water, but cannot drench even a grain of sand. Why? It's an appearance. In the same way, please understand why people are disappointed in life. Because you see the mirage of happiness in the sandy desert of a creation. It doesn't touch you at all. If you equate sensation with happiness, if you equate comforts with happiness, it is like considering mirage as the real ocean. As in the mirage water, however mighty a flow it may appear to be, doesn't touch, doesn't weight even a grain of sand. However intense may be the sensation of any kind, a sound, touch, taste, smell, sight, whatever, you will not ever fulfill the emptiness inside you. The sand of your life, in the desert of your life, because of your ignorance, if you are going through a desert, emptiness of your life, this massive flow of sensation, which appears like a mirage, a vast ocean of water, will not satisfy you, touch you, make you fulfilled, until you discover, I am the happiness myself. So on that, appearance of the universe doesn't create any emptiness or a burden. It becomes other way around. When you are happy with yourself, absolutely contented with yourself, These appearances do not touch you. Sensations you cannot escape. But that doesn't touch you. That is why wisdom does not mean negation of the creation, negation of sensation, negation of perception, negation of vibration. No. Wisdom is in spite of the creation, in spite of the perception, in spite of impression, everything shall be there. But I am least affected. Okay? It's like, once you know the mirage as mirage, you enjoy the appearance, but don't follow it. You know the magic as magic. You enjoy the whole trick of it, but you don't rely on it. Are you getting that? As magic, you enjoy the magic. You know it's nonsense, but you enjoy the magic. You don't rely on it. You know it's nonsense. It's not true. How can a man be caught? That's not true. But you enjoy the whole stupidity of it. You are suddenly, how does the fellow do it? That is what it is. You must see that. I don't know. I had one nice cassette. David Copperfield, the top fellow, the top magician of the world. I was seeing a cassette, you can't believe. He just does his hand like that. Snowfall inside the room. Snowfall. How? That is different. That okay, you can say somebody somewhere is throwing, so he does it only. You may say some tricks, God knows. You know another thing? He brought, I don't know how, that one I'll never forget. He brings a bulb and holds it in his hand. And the bulb also comes. He doesn't bring, and the bulb floats in the water, floats in the air and comes. How? Then he takes a round thing and push it around the bulb so that there is no connection for him to pull it. But it comes. And he touches it. Boom. It lights up. He touches it. In his hand, he holds it, touches it. Then he says, a man, oh, you don't believe it. And then that goes to that fellow. He touches it, he gets a shock. Then he brings it back. You mean to say that he has electricity in his body? Some magic somewhere. You know it is nonsense. It's not true. Or else in his house, why should he take the electricity from the government department? If he can produce so much electricity from his body, why is he paying regularly to the government department? If he can cut and land people, then he should open a hospital and every cut and burn adding cases come. It's like I always say, the guys who do produce vibhuti, chandan, all nonsense, the cheating people in the name of miracles. I said, why should they ask anybody anything for anybody? You don't have to cheat people, ask them to keep donation or don't have to give donation. Nothing to you, don't have to do anything. Don't have to invoke any helplessness or goodness in people to give you money. If you are such a smart person, what you should do? I said, okay, you say, no, I don't want to cross this country because my power of the siddhi will go away if I cross the ocean. Let us say you are very orthodox, very conservative. I told, give me the California lotto numbers. California lotto is the richest prize in the world. In one week, it goes to $120 million. Sometimes 20 million, 30 million. Sometimes it doesn't. The jackpot gets postponed. It goes to $120 million, $200 million. What you have to do is just 6 numbers. Tell me 6 numbers. I'll bring it and give it to you. I won't also take. At least I'll know you know. If you know all this nonsense, then how come you can't give 6 numbers? You are God, eh? You know everybody's everything. Then why don't you do that? Then you don't have to ask anybody. You take that money from the government department and put up hospitals, colleges, just like that. Just like. You are not cheating anybody. It's a game. It's a fair game. Are you getting that point, please? It's a fair game. Open for everybody. So what number you write, how does you know you are knowing by miracle or by, by inference, guessing? So give the number, put it. How boring. Anyway, Ishvara. So when you know it's an appearance, the fellow does it, but still you enjoy. The creation also is like that. You know, when you know this mirage water, you know it, you don't follow it. You see the sensation, you hear, experience everything, but you don't rely on it anymore. Why? It will not last. It will never last. Maybe 1 day, 2 days, 10 days, 20 days, 1 month, 2 months, but one day it will come to an end. Please understand. Nothing is everlasting. That is why when people profess for each other undying love, until death do we part, rubbish. Don't talk about it. You may not part until death, but emotionally you shall be far apart after a few years. Don't worry. Because emotions being what it is, even if you want to keep the emotion, the other fellow being stupid, he cannot. If you are sensitive, you are wise, you want to keep your emotion going, but the other fellow will successfully mess it up. Try and you will see. Just try and see. Be very sensitive. Continuously go on accepting the other person. Just take it as a trial. Continuously go on accepting the other person. The fellow will mess it up in a few days. Because selfish, doesn't know anything about himself. Always there will be problem. So a person must be aware of himself. Ajivan. The appearances do not. Appearance of water doesn't touch the sand of the desert. Appearance of a creation doesn't touch the sand of reality, ocean of consciousness. Beauty. So he just goes crazy, no? He goes, Akasaballe vidurogoham Adityavadbhasya vilakshanoham Aharyavannitya vinishchaloham Ambodivatpara vivarjitoham Akasaballepa viduragoham Adityavadbhasya vilakshanoham Aharyavannitya vinishchaloham Ambodivatpara vivarjitoham. Right, so he says, look at this myself. Akasavat lepa vidurogo ajivan. The appearance of a mirage doesn't touch the water, doesn't touch the sand, that is how. Any appearance never can touch the reality. You take the example in any dimension you like. If you are pretending to be a compassionate person, your so-called compassion doesn't change the fact that you are a cruel, hard-hearted animal. Why should you say animal and offend the animal? Cruel, hard-hearted human being. Even if you are pretending to be very angry under the circumstances, it doesn't change the fact that you are very compassionate. Both ways you can take. What it means is, fictions do not alter the fact. Simple. Fictions, fictitious tales do not alter the fact. That is why for somebody, kindness can be a fiction, somebody cruelty can be a fiction. For somebody, goodness can be a fiction. Because somebody pretend to be good, in reality a crook. Somebody can pretend to be a crook, but in reality very loving fellow, but pretending to be a crook certain times. So the projections do not affect the reality. As you understand in your own behavior, same thing in relation to creation. the appearance of a strong, solid stone, mountain, planet and star, doesn't take away the fact what the modern discovery, modern particle physics discovery tells you that these are nothing but the fastest moving particles. There is nothing called solid or steady in this universe. What do you do? The physics will tell you that. Average person cannot accept it. Huh? You want to say this is study, this thing is not solid? That's what they say. I don't understand that part of it, but consciousness part of it I very clearly understand. But this is, even to a scientist view of, you say, suppose they have to say that this is what it is. The smallest particle. Is a continuously on the movement. What do you call it? The creation. That is why they accept the dance of Nataraja, the dance of particles. The whole universe, the whole appearing steady universe is nothing but the dance of particles. It's like dance of Nataraja. The Shiva is continuously on the dance, appearing. It doesn't touch anything. So the solid state of the creation doesn't alter the fact that is totally unsteady, continuously on the move. Same way, when you see yourself who you are, akasavat lepa viduragoham, like akasavat, like the space, lepa viduraga, duram gacchati duraga, visheshena duram gacchati, lepa duram gacchati. Lepa, the stain. Unstained by anything that is existing in the space exists. Nothing in the space that is existing can ever affect the space. I have given you so many times the example. The sunshine doesn't scorch it, the rain doesn't drench it, the snow doesn't freeze it. It is same our space all the time. Same way I am also. Adityavat bhasya vilakshanoham. Aham adityavat bhasya vilakshana. Adityavat, like the sun which illumines everything, but itself is different from all that it illumines. Bhasya vilakshana. Bhasya, all that is illumined, vilakshana, apart from that. The sun illumines everything. But what all it illumines is not the sun. Are you getting that logic? Anything that is illumined by the sun is not the sun. Right? Beautiful. Shankara gives another example, another place. Listen, water drowns. But anything that is drowned is not water. Right or wrong? Water drowns, but anything that is drowned is not water. Fire burns. See the principles. Fire burns. Anything that is burnt is not fire. See the principles? How universal principles. Space accommodates. Anything that can be accommodated is not space. Space accommodates everything. Tell me, when you say pot accommodates, if I say, but Swamiji, pot accommodates the space. Pot accommodates the space or space accommodates the pot? Which one? Space accommodates the pot or pot accommodates the space? Right. Why space accommodates the pot? Because space was existing before the pot came. In space, pot came. So pot does not accommodate the space. The space is, are you getting that? Pot is accommodated. Earth can bury everything. Anything that is buried is not earth. In earth you can bury everything. Can you earth bury the, Say like that. Solid. These examples are so telling, conspicuous. It hits on your head. Sun illumines everything. Different from what it illumines. Consciousness, sun of consciousness, light, awareness, illumines the thoughts, body, whole creation. And different from everything, unaffected by anything. Or is the content of everything, what you see as the appearance. Aharyavan nitya vinischaloham aharyavat. Aharya means mountain. Like mountain, vinischala, achala. Name of the mountain is Achala. Aruna Achala. Achala means mountain. Chala. Chala means move. That which doesn't move is mountain. So Binischala. Visheshena Nischala. No movement at all at any time. Maybe the mountain can move. How? With the earthquake. It can change its place. Mountain can be moved. Faith moves the mountain, no? So mountain can be maybe moved. But consciousness cannot be moved. Why? All pervasive, cannot move. Gross, it accommodates the gross, subtle, causal universe, waking, dream, deep sleep. In on to everything. Aharyavat, Vinischalo. Ambodhivat paravivarjitoham, like Ambodhivat, Ambodhi, ocean. Like ocean, shoreless ocean of consciousness. Where is the other shore? Standing on this shore of the ocean, can you see the other shore? See the end of space, end of waking, dream, deep sleep, consciousness. Paravivarjita. Apara Samvit Sukhasagar. This our name came from that. Apara Samvit Sukhasagaresmin Param Brahmani Yasya Ramade Chittam. There is a beautiful language. Apara Samvit Sukhasagara. Samvit Sagara we have known. Apara, shoreless. Samvit is consciousness. Samvit is consciousness. Samvit consciousness. Samvit is feminine. I always liked Mother Mukambika, very sweet. Mother Shiva also, Mummy, everybody's mother, father, one and the same. Para Samvit. It is something shoreless ocean of consciousness. Mother, Ishvara, call it anything. Sukha Sagara, ocean of bliss. Just Samvit Sagara, ocean of knowledge. The consciousness which is Sukham, Anandam, in which your mind continuously revels. So anyway, apara, shoreless ocean of consciousness. Paravivar, so I am as shoreless as the ocean you see in this world. As shoreless. It's a comparison, much more than that. Having told this, then go to verse number Abba. At last, number 500 was Name Dehena Sambandha Meghe Neva Vihayasah Atakuto Meta Dharma Jagrat Swapna Sushuktaya Name Dehena Sambandha. Me, Mama, for me, Dehena Sambandha Nasti. There is no association with the body. Just like Megheneva Vihayasah. As in Vihayasah, the space is not anyway untouched by the, is anyway touched by the Megha, the cloud. As even the cloud moves in space but doesn't touch the space. In the same way, Dehena mama sambandha nasti. The body moves in me, the thoughts move in me, but I am untouched by the body and the thought and the whole creation. Long before you say you are untouched by the whole creation, can you first see that you are untouched by your own thoughts? Are you getting that point? Only when you can see you are untouched by your own thought and body, then you shall know that the whole creation also cannot touch the consciousness. You have not understood the space in your own house, but you want to go to the vast space beyond Milky Ways. Only traveling will be the pain, nothing else will be understood. Suppose you want to say, no, I am not happy with this Tiruvannamalai space. I am not happy with this my room space. I want to see the space beyond the Milky Ways and the galaxies. Now what shall I tell him? What shall I tell him? Go and get lost. Who says not? If you say, I want to see the galaxy, I say go. If you say, I want to see the space beyond the galaxy, do you come to see do you come from America, Europe, Australia to see India or Indian the space? Indian countryside, the landscape or the space? Does anybody travel from one country to another country? I want to see French space. You don't travel from country to country to see space. Like that South Korean boy told very nicely. So 20 years back he was studying in Madras University. Very nice fellow, very funny fellow. So, he comes there. Those days in India, you don't see many watches also. But here he comes, he wants to bring for somebody. Anyway, he brought 2 watches from their country. The immigration fellow asked him, why have you brought 2 watches? Because those days, anything you bring, is always a big question. Nowadays, they don't bother. Why have you brought 2 watches? He got so fed up, he said, why have I 2 hands? And that type of fellow. Very, then somebody said, then one day he said, how long you are in India? I'm 6 months. How do you like India? Oh, India. India is very beautiful. 1 foot above the ground. 1 foot above the ground, India is beautiful. Dirty. Because space is same everywhere, no? Is there any called European space, American space, Indian space, Japanese space, Australian space? Is there anything like space is same. On sky, can you improve? Americans are trying to improve upon their sky. You can improve upon the land and the landscape, but you can't improve upon the space as such. So nobody comes to see the space. Space is all over. See the space, you can travel. To see the consciousness, where should you go? Himalayas, right? Dehena sambandha nasti. Whatever. No, my body must be a little muscular. Then only the consciousness will appear. The consciousness is not appearing because body is so thin. It should be big stomach. When a big stomach, there is a load to sit down, meditation. So you cannot get up. So you should have a big stomach, meditation. Then only consciousness will appear. You are still not fat. So people, when they come, the students should come to the lecture, classes, the teacher should not look for their mental qualification. You must see how heavy he is. Can you sit down and never get up? When you sit down, you are in meditation. You can't get up from that place. You are too thin. You will fly away when you sit down in meditation. No. You are not ready. Go. It's no good. We want solid. Aharyavat vinischaloham. Like a mountain, I am steady. When I sit down, never get up. Even by food, it must come. I must feel it up. Can you say that? For space, where should you go? So beautiful. Dehena sambandhalati. Like, you can't organize the space. Oh, the clouds will come and go. It will not touch it. Sun comes and goes. Same way. Sambandha nasti. Body. Dehena mena sambandha. In the body or thought, I am untouched by it. Atha kuto me tad dharma. Jagra swapna sushupta. Since it is not me or mine, sometimes I may use it for some time for that, okay, we can say mine, but it's not me. Tasmat, tad dharma, jagra supna susupta me katham. So the body's dharma, through the body when you are experiencing waking, dream, deep sleep, when I am not the body, what to talk of the waking, dream, deep sleep? All that comes with the body also is not me. The space doesn't get affected by the rain. Whether it is a carrying acid rain, good rain, pure water, empty gas, it makes no difference to the space. Space remains always the same. Like that, in the space of consciousness, what thought should travel and should not travel? Which thought cloud should appear in consciousness? Please always go into that. What thought cloud should appear in consciousness? Anything is fine. You are untouched, unaffected by everybody. Having told, then he says, Haba 501. Okay, I better go into that. We'll see it in the afternoon, okay? Beautiful verse. Upadhirayati saeva gacchati saeva karmani karoti bhunkte saeva jiryan mriyate sadaham kuladrivannischalaeva sanstita upadhirayati saeva gacchati saeva karmani karoti bhunkte saeva jiryan mriyate sadaham kuladrivannischalaeva sanstita upadhirayati saeva gacchati. Upadhi comes, upadhi goes. Understand? Upadhi, I have given you the explanation. Upa, samipe stitva, swiyam dharmam anyam adadati. That is upadhi, who is staying thereby nearby, imposes his quality on others. Meaning, a crystal is there. You put this red flower. You put the red flower. When you put the red flower, suddenly it will become red. You take out the red, put this pink one, it becomes pink. That means the red and the pink are the upadhi. And this crystal is nirupadika. It has no upadhi. It is the reality. So, consciousness is the reality. With the body, I am the body. With the thought, I am the thought. So this upadhi, ayati, gacchati, they come, they go. How come they come and go? Okay, where is your childhood? Come on, be a 5-year-old now. Suppose you can come and go and back and forth in the body, it will be so nice, no? You want to be 5-year-old? 5-year-old. 15-year-old? 15-year-old. Nobody will be a 5-year-old. Neither anybody say, now I want to be 57-year-old now. I want to be 78, you know. Please make me 78. Is there anybody who will demand 78? Yes, I will demand. Why? Railway concession 60%. So I am 78%. What shall you say? You want 60% concession to be 78 or full fare for 15-year-old? What shall you say? Doesn't matter what full fare. Take it double if you want. 15. Why? That is body. Ayadi, niryadi, gachadi, coming, going, appearing, disappearing, changing. Upadhirayati, upadhiga saiva gachati, saiva karmani kurute bhungte. And saiva karmani karoti. The body, every action is done through the body. Bhungte also eats. Body is fed. Upadhi is to be taken care. That is why, imagine to the child. Upadhi ayati, upadhi, child is born, child goes. But when child goes, shall you say upadhi ayati, upadhi gachati and be inhuman? No, child, the body has come. Let us take care of the body as long as it lasts. That is why killing somebody is not, even you should not think about it. Forget killing. I don't know how people do. Imagine. Taking a truck, blasting, yourself dying and allowing. Yourself dying, the plane dying. Where from justification comes? Like this, sometimes somebody imagines, because of their financial policy, no export of food grain to this country. So they starved the country and the country died. What is wrong if I can take this? That is where sometimes justification comes. Because the political principle of somebody, they destroyed. Physical abuse, there is everybody to see. Emotional abuse, can you see? That is why smart people can emotionally abuse you. Understand? Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Because invisible. Nobody will believe it. When somebody comes in front of everybody, oh my darling, my honey, my ghee, my whatever nonsense, whatever you say, my sweet. And when nobody is there, you stupid, you idiot, you rascal. A totally different picture to the world. So people cannot believe that you behave like a rascal, like a schizophrenic. Understand? Very dangerous. It has to be taken care. That is why this knowledge, when you are aware of yourself, you don't feel that abused. I'm so happy with myself. You can come and tell Swami, you are a rascal. That's true. Only way perhaps you can inconvenience a person is food is not given, everything is taken away. But even that also you can leave. Why? Okay, food is not given, I'm going. I'll stay under a tree somewhere. House is not yours. Okay, I'm going. I'm alive, That's enough. Don't touch my life. Life is very precious. Are you getting that? Don't touch somebody's life. Even if somebody takes away your food, who cares? Oh, you can't have this dress. Take it. You can't live in this house. Wonderful. Not this job. Fine. But killing? Understand. I'm talking the worst possible scenario. But then why should you touch somebody's house or a car or anything? But everybody must be sensitive. You don't like to be killed, don't kill somebody. You don't like to be inconvenienced, don't inconvenience somebody. Then the world will be a beautiful place. Happy with yourself. Therefore, once you are happy with yourself in reality, you cannot think of making anybody unhappy. I told you, you may not make somebody happy, but you shall never make anybody unhappy. The moment that problem comes, withdraw. If somebody says, oh, torturing, okay, thank you. I am wishing good for you, but you think I am torturing you. Okay, I will. Suppose you realize your mistake. No, you are doing good. Okay, thank you. It's like a breeze. Even if you don't accept God, the breeze goes through you. You accept God also, it goes through you. Non-believer, breeze will not go through you? No. If you keep yourself closed, what the breeze do? But the moment you do that, breeze goes. Breeze cannot say, no, you kept me away for half an hour, Therefore, I will not get into your nose. Will the breeze say that? Will the sunshine say that? You go, sunshine is there. Don't go, sunshine is not there. What can you do? Wisdom is like that. It's all depends on you. So one who sees this, comes and goes. Everything he does. Sayeva jiryan miryate, he grows and dies. Aham sada, whereas